Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naisha if you're new here, and in today's video I'm going to be diving into the new Selena MAC collection. So this is round 2. Look at this packaging, the beautiful flower, I can't get over the holographicness. It's so pretty. I'm keeping the outer box too. Anyway, like I said before, this is round 2 of Selena and MAC. I really didn't get anything from the first collection. It really didn't speak to me, and I wasn't as much of a makeup hoarder then. Things have developed, things have progressed. And you know what, when I saw this collection, it spoke to me a little bit more because the palette is something that I know I would use a lot and get a lot of use out of, because these colors are my jam. These colors, I can wear it all day, every day. To me, these are my neutrals. So when I saw that, and I saw how affordable the price was, because we all know back in the day, MAC would have been charging $60 for that. And I was never checking for MAC like that. The last MAC eyeshadows that I used was the Patrick Star Spring Collection. I no longer have those palettes. I sold those shortly after using them because they were a little too powdery for me. So, you know, I really wasn't, all the palettes that they've been releasing and everything, it really didn't do anything for me until I saw this. It just spoke to me. I think it's the packaging, I think it's the colors, and then it's a limited edition. So, and again, it was very affordable. It was $35. So I thought, you know what? And you know me, I don't buy anything full price. So it launched around my birthday, and I decided to get on the site and see what they had. And I picked up the palette. In retrospect, I'm mad that I didn't get the highlighter because of that beautiful flower, as well as the, I think it's the La Reina lipstick, the darkest brown. They're two neutrally brown colors, the darker brown. That was the first one to go. But when I was on the site, it was there. I should have just picked it up, but oh well. If they have a restock, if they bring it back, maybe hopefully I'll be able to pick it up. I'm not going to be going on any reselling sites and getting it for 2, 3, 4, 10 times the price. I'm not that desperate. I'll be happy with just my palette. I don't know why people do that. It's so annoying. Yeah, so today I am going to jump into this palette. I used it for my eye look. If you haven't seen it yet, this is what the palette looks like. The little plastic that normally comes over the shadows has a picture of Selena and Selena X MAC, which I think is really pretty. And then here are the colors. There's 5 mattes and 3, well, these are like really sparkly, and then this one is more like a satin. When I watched Mel Thompson's review, she said that these two are like the Dazzle shadows, so they're really, really sparkly and beautiful. This one is a pink and gold duochrome. I have this on my lid right now. It is absolutely beautiful. Can't really tell with all these lights, but it's really beautiful. So since I was going to use the MAC palette, I decided to pull out a bunch of MAC stuff that I have. A bunch. Some things I haven't used in a while. A couple of things I just picked up. A couple of things are old favorites. So my face is almost a full face of MAC, except for the eyebrows, the lashes, which are gorgeous and we'll discuss, and the liners. So if you're interested in seeing me play with the Selena palette and also do an almost full face of MAC products, please keep on watching. Okay, so I have my eyebrows already done and my eyelids primed with my Urban Decay Primer Potion in Caffeine. So this is what the outside looks like. I'm sure you've seen this before, but it's like her little bra, her bustier, and it is textured, but you can't like scrape it off or anything. Here is the palette, lots of beautiful neutrals, and you know this is my jam right here in the middle, so we're going pink. Okay, so I'm just going to start off in the crease with, they don't have names. I'm going to start off in the crease with this color on a fluffy brush. Okay, now I'm going to go into the crease with this color, this beauty. So I'm gonna go in with this dark brown on the outer V. Okay, so now that we have the base down, or like what I like to call the base, we're going to go in with the lid color. So we're going to start off with this shade. I'm definitely going to wet it because it seems very, very glittery. That is beautiful. Oh my god. And then now I'm going to go in with this pink right next to it. Then I'm actually going to use this red to connect the shimmer to the outer V. So I also do not have a MAC like liquid liner or lashes. So I'm just going to use my Stila Stay All Day liquid liner. And I got these new Eyelure lashes. They are the Luxe XL Faux Mink. They just look big and bold. And I'm just in the mood for some big bold lashes today. So I'm going to do liner and lashes off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, now liner and lashes are on. These lashes. They're so pretty. They are huge and wild, but I love them. I just love lashes in general if you haven't seen the theme. So they're just like the way I like it, flared on the outside, shorter on the inside. The band is very thin. They feel very, very light for being this much lash. But it is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so let's move on to the face. So I don't really have a MAC primer, but I do have this strobe cream. I got it as a sample when I purchased at MAC a while ago. I've seen people use this as a primer, right? That's what we're gonna do today. So this is the one in Pink Light. It looks white. Okay, it does leave my skin looking hydrated, and it has little pink shimmers, very, very micro shimmers. I don't mind that my skin is pretty hydrated because the MAC foundation is really matte. So I usually wear a hydrating primer anyway, so this should work out just fine. It definitely doesn't have any pore filling properties to it though, so let's pray for the best. Okay, so of course for foundation, I'm going to go in with the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in, I have NC45, the color they give every brown skin black girl. So we all know this doesn't have a pump, so I just dump some out the back of my hand. Just not the best method because you can waste it that way. But I never got around. I had a pump before and it broke and I never got around to getting another one. I will eventually. And I'm going to use this new Hank & Henry sponge that came in the BoxyCharm box. I didn't get one in my BoxyCharm box, as if you've seen my unboxings, but I bought it off of Mercari. Usually when I don't get what I really want in the BoxyCharm, I go onto Mercari because there's a lot of people just like me who after they get their BoxyCharm, if they don't want something, they sell it. And I look for someone who has a reasonable price, and I think I got this for like $10 and free shipping. Which is what I usually do. A lot of people, wait, let me start blending in the foundation. A lot of people, I feel like they sell the stuff from their box and immediately they want to get the $25 back. I'm like, you still have 4 of the things from the box. Why are you trying to charge me $20 for the sponge? I can just go into Hank & Henry and pay $20 for the sponge. I see that a lot on like reselling sites, like people do things that make no sense. Like they charge over the price for something that's still available on the website. Like, why would I buy it from you? Okay, that's the foundation pretty much blended in. It is looking a lot dewier than it normally is, and I think that's because of the Pink Light, the strobe cream that I put underneath. But we're gonna powder everything down when we're done, so It's no big deal. Also, this sponge, it is huge. When it was dry, it was like half the size of this, and I like how big it is to really quickly get all over your face. But it was a little difficult on my forehead because look, it's the whole size of my forehead. But the edges were really good for going around my eyebrows, so I did like that. So we'll see how good of a job it does with the concealer. For concealer, we have the MAC Studio Fix. Everything's MAC. I'm just going to keep saying it. Studio Fix 24 Hour Smooth Red Concealer in NC 44. Okay, I don't have a contour, so I'm going to put that on, blend it out, and I'll be right back to blend out the concealer. Okay, so the duo does come, the Hank and Henry duo does come with like a smaller sponge, so I'm going to use this to get into the smaller spaces. So I'll start off with the bigger one and then transition to this tiny one. Okay, now I'm going to use the tiny one to really get in there. Okay, so that concealer is okay. It doesn't give me as much coverage as I really do like. And I'll be honest, with the stroke cream, I don't like how the foundation and concealer are sitting on my skin. Mostly because there's no pore filling property to it, so you really do see all my pores. But the powder is supposed to be blurring, so let's see if the powder is going to come to our rescue. For powder, I pulled back out of this bad boy, the Patrick's powder. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the sponge. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for a second, and yes, the powder did save the day. It definitely saved my pores. Everything is looking a lot smoother under there. Whew. Because yeah, it was rough. So now I'm going to take a fluffy brush and press the powder in and dust the excess away. And to set the rest of my face and go over everything, I'm going to be using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in Dark. I love this stuff. I just love the finish that it gives my skin. For bronzer, I'm going to be using this, sure we've seen this on my channel before, the MAC Shiny Pretty Things Face Compact in Medium Deep. So you can see it's well used, well loved. There's a bronzer, blush, and highlight. I'm just going to be using the bronzer out of this palette. Okay, so it's my bronzer on. I really love this bronzer. It's almost like it's a cream to powder finish. It seems very dark, but it doesn't come off. It doesn't come off that dark on my skin. You know, you can take your time and really build it up. I can keep going, you know, and getting darker and darker and darker. This palette is basically the palette that I use almost every day because I love palettes that have bronzer brush and highlight that works for my skin. This is what helps me get through things easier. In another video, I'm going to do my everyday face and show you the things I use and why I use it and how it helps me get my makeup done in 10 minutes if I need to just throw something on and get out the door. And this is one of the products that I use. However, for blush and highlight, we're going to be using an oldie but a goodie, the Nutcracker Sweet Copper Face Compact And in here we have Whisper of Guilt. The highlight is Whisper of Guilt, and the blush is Pleasure Model. I remember when this came out and it flew off the shelves because it had Whisper of Guilt in it, which was a cult favorite that was unavailable, and it finally came back in this compact. But I was lucky, I was able to grab it up. And then of course we're gonna use this as the blush. And now to set, of course I'm going to be going in with the matte with Fix Plus. This is the matte version. I'll be honest with you, I've had this for a while and I used it once, but my dumb ass didn't shake it. And I had white specks all over my face. I was on my way out too, and I was running late. Whew. It was rough. But anyway, this is the OG, but the matte version. Okay, I did shake it up, but I'm still seeing some white spots. There you can see it over on this side. And you saw me shake it. Y'all saw me shake it. So, yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be a keeper, because I can't be dealing with this. Alright, we had to do a little bit of surgery there, but we survived. I guess just the initial spray is what came up with the white stuff, so I don't know if you need to shake it more, do a test spritz, and then go in with it. I will try it one more time. And if there's white stuff on my face again, that's it. It's done. It's out. It's out the door. Okay, face is done. Let's go back to the eyes, finish up the lower lash line. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this chocolate brown closest to the lower lash line. And I'm going to blend that out with the red. Okay, so we have the eyes pretty much done. I went ahead and put the Whisper of Guilt in my inner corners on my brow bone, and I used a black pencil liner in my waterline and tight line. I also used my Lancome Monsieur Big mascara, and those are the eyes done. And it is beautiful, if I do say so myself. Okay, so onto the lips. Okay, for lips, I'm going to start off with my Cork liner that I've been killing lately. And for lipstick, we're going to use this matte lipstick, Life in Sepia. Look at the packaging. Look at how pretty. You know, I bought this mostly because of the packaging, but also it is a cool tone neutral color that is right up my alley. It's right my jam. Okay, I am wearing a lip balm underneath, so it's not as matte as it normally is, because I prefer it to be a little bit more comfortable. But that is the lip. Alright, so again, I learned my lesson from last time. We're in a robe. So I'm gonna go get a little bit cuter, and I'll be right back. Okay, and here we have the finished look. And yes, we are back again with the curls. They're gonna last another day. I think we can do another day or two before it goes back into a bun. Okay, so let's talk about all the MAC stuff that I got on my face. First and foremost, the palette. I love the aesthetics of this. It is so pretty. The colors are right up my alley. I haven't used MAC shadows in a while, and these just performed beautifully. The lid color, I think this will work best if I put a glitter glue down first. I watched Mel Thompson's review and she said that this is one of the Dazzle shadows, so maybe the next time I'll put a glitter glue down and then go over it maybe with my finger. It does look beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I think it can probably pop a little bit more if I use a color like this as the base and then put that over top with a glitter glue. So that's what I'm going to try next, and we'll see how it turns out. Watch out on my Instagram, it'll probably be on there. Out of all the other MAC products that I used, the only thing that was a little bit disappointing was that strobe cream. Maybe it's not a primer, because yes, it did leave my skin a little bit hydrated. I really can't tell. Maybe, you know what, maybe it does give me a little bit of a, you know, lit from within look, but once I put the foundation and the concealer on top of it, I just didn't like how that was sitting. And this is one of my favorite foundations. I've been using this ever since I was 25, so I know how it looks on my skin, and it's definitely the what I use as a primer, or the lack of pore filling primer. But the Patrick's powder did come to save the day, and everything now does look flawless, as well as the skin finish, so I guess it balances itself out. The other disappointing product was, of course, this MAC, this Fix Plus Matte. I don't even know what to say. It says shake well. I did shake it. It still gave me all the white spots, even like on my eyeshadow. I had to go back in and blend that out. Luckily my hair falls this way, so if there's anything, it's being hidden. Not that I'm going anywhere. I'm sitting on a couch. My husband doesn't care. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, this is the second time I used it, and it left the white spots all over my face. I shook it up this time, so that's definitely not the answer. So I'm going to try it, like I said before, I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to shake it up. I'm going to give it an initial spritz and then set my face. I mean, Fix Plus just sets your face beautifully and just gives you a really beautiful finish. I do have a beautiful finish. It's more matte than I was, say, in my last video. So there's that. But you know what? Maybe I'll just give it away to someone else who can deal with the nonsense, because I have way too many other sprays to be dealing with this BS. So one more chance and then you're out. For the one non-MAC item that I want to talk about, these lashes. Oh, they are absolutely stunning. The Allure XL Faux Mink. I guess they're supposed to be like really, really big and fluffy. They are so comfortable and so beautiful. Love them. And they were on sale. They're originally $13 or $14, but they are on sale. I think I got it for like $8. I'm going back on Ulta to see if there's any more on sale, because I need more of these. It's like crack. I need more. And I also used a little glue that came in here. I never used that glue, and I used it, and it's holding on really, really well. So I guess I'm also going to look into some like getting a tube of the Allure glue, because it is really holding on. But anyway, that's it. That's all my thoughts and opinions on the Selena palette. Again, so disappointed that I didn't pick up the highlighter and that lip product. I'll keep my eye out. I don't know if they're going to have a restock. Fingers crossed. So hopefully I get those two as well. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.